A crucial meeting between top Naga leaders and NEDA convener and top BJP leader Himanta Biswa Sarma concluded in Guwahati few minutes ago. Though Naga leaders remained tight-lipped about the discussions during the closed-door meet, however, they said that the meeting was fruitful. The focus of the meeting was to remove the hurdles and work towards an acceptable and early solution to the protracted Naga issue. And among those who attended the meeting are Naga Ho General Secretary Nadang, NMA Advisor Rosemary Suvichu, Global Naga Forum President Vasir Sanyu, and James Wanglet, the former Minister of Arunachal Pradesh, among others. And it may be mentioned that Himanta Biswa Sarma has been inducted into the peace negotiations by Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah, primarily to play the role of a catalyst and take the peace process to its logical conclusion, along with the official negotiators and the Naga stakeholders. So top focus at this hour, viewers, a crucial meeting between top Naga leaders and NEDA convener and top BJP leader Himanta Biswa Sarma concluded in Guwahati few minutes ago. And though Naga leaders remained tight-lipped about the discussions during the closed-door meeting, however, they said that the meeting was fruitful. And the focus of the meeting was to remove the hurdles and work towards an acceptable and early solution to the protracted Naga issue. And among those who attended the meeting are Naga Ho General Secretary Nadang, NMA Advisor Rosemary Suvichu, Global Naga Forum President Vasir Sanyu, James Wanglet, a former Minister of Arunachal Pradesh, among others. And it may be mentioned that Himanta Biswa Sarma has been inducted into the peace negotiations by Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah, primarily to play the role of a catalyst and take the peace process to its logical conclusion, along with the official negotiators and the Naga stakeholders. And we have first reactions coming in from Naga Ho General Secretary Nadang, who said that the talks were cordial. The Naga Ho General Secretary also insisted the NNPGs and the NSC-NIM to come together and find out a common ground for solution.
It's a courtesy call to our Honorable Minister. We had a very cordial discussion on the progress of the Naga peace talk. And we are grateful to him for representing the voice of the Naga people, at the same time the voice of the Northeast people. There are lots of issues that need clarity, and of course there are some certain areas that we have discussed. And this is the desire of the people. So definitely we will insist on the Naga political groups to come together and find out a common ground for a solution.
Meanwhile, talking to Northeast Life, a Naga Mothers Association advisor Rosemary Suvichu said that many developments would be witnessed soon on the Naga issue.
We cannot disclose whatever has happened in the meeting, but we are really grateful to the Minister for having met all of us, the civil society. We are all from the Global Naga Forum, which is a conglomeration of Naga civil society leaders and Nagas abroad too. And we're really grateful to Mr. Himanta. I'm sure in the days ahead, we will see many developments on the Naga issue. Let us look at the days ahead. I'm very sure and positive he will be a big help to all of us. Thank you.
And meanwhile, a Global Naga Forum President Vasir Sanyu said that discussions were moving in the right direction.
The meeting was very civilized, very pleasant, and we are very happy with it. I think he's a great statement and a good politician for our region. So very, very happy and very proud of him. What we discussed, of course, you can't say what we discussed, but I can assure you that it was a very good one.
So has the issue of a separate flag and constitution been a part of today's meeting? Has it been a prominent part?
Yes, it has been discussed. Yes, it has been discussed. Well, we can't say much now, but it is going the right direction. It is going well. But let us see. Let us wait and see what happens the coming week.
And former Arunachal Minister James Wanglath said that everybody is looking forward for a peaceful resolution soon.
He was very friendly. We discussed various issues as brothers of the Northeast. And all of us are indeed very happy with him. Well, there have been, it is an ongoing process of problems that has been faced by Tirap Changlang and Longding, basically. But all of us are looking towards the Government of India for a peaceful resolution so that such conflict will not arise anymore.
All right, our editor-in-chief, Wasbir Hussain, joins us over the phone line to give us his perspective on this development coming in. Well, Wasbir, top Naga leaders met NEDA convener and top BJP leader Himanta Biswa Sarma. They discussed several issues and also they were tight-lipped. But can we expect a major development coming on the Naga issue in days ahead? What is your take on this, Wasbir?
Well, Pooja, this was indeed a very crucial meeting because several prominent civil society leaders from Nagaland and other parts of the northeastern region, including Arunachal Pradesh and Assam, attended this meeting. And some of these leaders represented influential civil society groups like the Naga Mothers Association, the Naga Hoho, and who are, of course, all part of the newly formed Global Naga Forum. So it was a very important meeting. It lasted for more than 2 hours. So one can imagine that, these Naga leaders must have tried to impress upon NEDA convener Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma several of their points of view. And of course, as the Global Naga Forum President, Mr. Sanyo, has confirmed to Northeast Live after the meeting that the issue of the flag and the constitution was also discussed, because this is one of the points which the NSC and IM has been insisting upon, saying that the flag and constitution, their demands have to be considered by the government, and this was part of the part of the framework agreement which recognized the separate Naga identity. So this is one of the points of view, of course, by the NSC and IM, whereas the other group, that is the NNPG, the 7-member NNPG, are of the opinion, it is of the opinion that the issue of flag and constitution and several other issues can continue even after the accord is signed. So there are 2 points of view, and obviously the civil society leaders also subscribe to one or the other of this point of view. And among those who attended today's meeting were representatives of the Naga Mothers Association, which has given a memorandum to Prime Minister Narendra Modi in New Delhi recently through National Security Advisor Ajit Doval, where they had also said that the issue of the flag and the constitution needs to be considered by the central government. So these are some of the crucial issues that have been delaying the peace process. And of course, as we have said in our report, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma has been drafted into the peace negotiation process at the highest level in New Delhi by Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Union Home Minister Amit Shah, basically to act as a catalyst and facilitator to take the peace process to its logical conclusion, along with, of course, the official negotiators who are doing their job, Pooja.
All right, Wasbir, the meeting was to focus on removing hurdles in Naga talks. So what do you think? Was the discussion taking towards the right manner?
Well, one of the hurdles from the NSC and IM point of view is that the NSC and IM has been seeking the removal or rather replacement of the peace interlocutor, Mr. R.N. Ravi. They have their own point of view. They're saying that they're not happy with the way Mr. Ravi has been handling the Naga peace process. So this is one of the demands by the NSC and IM. And obviously, some of the civil society leaders in today's meeting must have impressed upon this point of view as well, apart from trying to impress upon the need for considering of this demand for a separate flag in the Constitution. But yes, any kind of meeting in this kind of a situation is welcome, because the more the discussions, the more differences are narrowed down. And of course, as Ilu Nadang, the Naga Hoho General Secretary, told our channel after the meeting that there is need for the two groups, that is the NSP-NIM and the NNPGs, to come together and arrive at a common ground to take the peace process forward. That is something which is not happening. And if once that happens, I think it will be far more easier to arrive at a consensus and an acceptable solution to the Naga Peace Accord. Of course, we all know that there has to be one Naga Peace Accord, and there cannot be a separate accord with the NSP-NIM and another with the NNPG. Therefore, that is what the civil society groups are also working towards, trying to reach a common ground and arrive at an acceptable and early solution to the Naga issue.
All right. All right. Thank you, Wasbira, for sharing your perspective on this big development at this point in time. And this is indeed a big story at this point in time, viewers, as Naga delegation meets Himanta Biswa Sarma, a crucial meeting between top Naga leaders and NEDA convener and top BJP leader Himanta Biswa Sarma concluded in Guwahati. Though Naga leaders remain tight-lipped about the discussions during the closed-door meet, however, they said that the meeting was fruitful. All right, my colleague Joydeep Hazarika joins us from the newsroom to give his perspective, as he was present and he was there to cover the meeting live. Joydeep, as you were present there where the crucial meeting was taking place between the Naga leaders and NEDA convener and top BJP leader Himanta Biswa Sarma. So how was the mood of the delegation? What is your take on this?
Well, Pooja, definitely today's meeting was quite crucial, and we saw Himanta Biswa Sarma interact with this delegation. Basically, even though there were members from different outfits and groups in this delegation, they had all come under the banner of the GNF, which is the Global Naga Forum. Now obviously, we saw NMA advisor Rosemary Zuvichu, Naga Hoho General Advisor Ilu Nadang, former Arunachal Minister James Watlang. All these people had come together, and today they met Himanta Biswa Sarma. Although after the meeting, everyone was tight-lipped. They refused to talk much to the media regarding this. They were quite happy. The mood seemed quite happy. They were happy the way the discussion took place, and most of all, they were happy with the way Himanta Biswa Sarma conducted the entire meet, because today several crucial issues have been discussed, and as our editor-in-chief mentioned a while back, that the issue of a separate flag and a separate constitution did come up during the constitutions. We can say with certainty that this issue, the issue of flag and constitution, must have been a prominent part of the entire discussion of the discussion. While lots of issues were discussed, the flag and constitution issue must have taken up a considerable chunk, because it is perhaps the biggest stumbling block which has been acting as a hurdle in the progression of the Naga peace talks. We know that the centre has been against this proposal by the NSA-NIM for a separate flag and a constitution. NNPGs have been rather warm to the idea of an accord where the flag and constitution are not mentioned. They are open to the idea that this thing can be discussed later on. However, today several issues were discussed. Interestingly, we tried to talk to Himanta Biswa Sarma himself. However, he refused to make any comment to the media at all. The Naga delegates, they refused to comment anything about the contents of the meeting, what actually happened there, but they were happy about the way the entire meeting went forth, and they're hopeful that this will pave way for the further course of the peace talks. We can assume one thing for sure with a lot of certainty, is that several key issues were discussed, and several points and decisions must have been taken as well. The way certain aspects of the peace process would be carried forward in the near future. So in that respect, yes, we can say that this is a very, very crucial meeting whose outcome may even impact the further courses of the peace process as well. Pooja.
All right, Joydeep, so can we say that the discussions were in the right manner and we can expect some developments in the Naga issue in the near future?
Yes, definitely. The thing is that now other civil organizations have also jumped into this entire peace process, because earlier the main players were the NSCNIM and the NNPGs and a few other organizations, but most of the civil organizations and mostly the organizations from where today's meetings Naga delegates are from, these organizations had been playing a passive role. Now they have got more active over the last this year, over the last few months. They've been trying to act as moderator between the main groups, between the main stakeholders, which is the NSCNIM as well as the NNPG groups. And they're trying to bring both sides together. As Elunadang said, it is important to bring the NNPGs as well as the NSCNIM to the negotiation table. And in fact, by the way, they talked about how eloquently and well Himanta Biswa Sarma handled the entire meeting. It is also quite evident that the government, the center, also wants that all the parties should be on the negotiation table when the final accord is signed. Nobody wants any stakeholder or any party to be left out, because that may create a void which may later on impact the overall implementation of the accord. So it is quite important for everyone, so that that all the stakeholders, all the groups unite on this matter and unanimously bring forth a decision. Yes, there are still some critical issues that need to be processed, that need to be weeded out properly, because these things will continue to create hurdles if these are left off for a later time. So yes, today's meeting does put forth a glimmer of hope, a ray of hope, in fact, that the peace process from now on will go in the right direction. And today's meeting does seem to have addressed a lot of the very critical points.
All right.
Which
Thank
will
you.
be discussed later on.
All right. Thank you, Joydeep, for giving your perspective on this development at this point in time, because this is indeed a top story of the day, because a cordial discussion was held, a meeting was held between the Naga delegation, the Naga leaders and the NEDA convener Himanta Biswa Sarma, which concluded in Guwahati, and though Naga leaders remained tight-lipped about the discussions during the closed-door meet, however, they said that the meeting was fruitful.